All right, guys. What is going on, everybody? My name is Dave Stereo, here joined by Zojalix, and
Yo, what's up?
we are bringing you guys GSA's Season 2 of the Celeste 90% League. We got Msushi versus Millay, and yeah, got some more hot Celeste action today. Just the final race for today, but now we got the standings on the screen. Looking like Msushi is 2-2, and Millay is 1-3. So, got Millay trying to even up the standings today between themselves and Sushi. But yeah, no, really excited for this race. I always love watching these guys play.
Oh yeah, I didn't actually realize how close the standings were between these two guys. So if Millay takes a win and is able to take a really decent snag of points, that could actually be a leaderboard switch for him.
Yeah, we could see some positions changing. That'd be pretty cool to see. But all right, we are underway.
All right, so definitely got to be pointing out we've had a lot of really good matches in Celeste this week. Specifically liking to point out now that we have Flad, who is continuing with a 5-0 streak, being able to take a win over Marlin, but that was last week. This week we had Flare Bear versus TGH taking the win there. Black Pear versus Flad continuing, like I said, his 5-0, being able to take a win there. And then Programmatic versus Chai Kitty was able to take the win in that race. And then we had Psyched versus Archie Boy, Psyched being able to take the win there. And then as we just recently finished up, Marlin versus Aurora Dash, Marlin able to take the win over Aurora Dash, but still a very excellent race between every single runner. And if you guys want to continue to check out some of the Celeste speedrun action, make sure you go and check out the GSA YouTube channel. Oh, and Msushi missing the wooden plank, but is able to neutral wall bounce his way all the way back up. Very well done from him.
Yes, I think Millay is having a pretty flawless Chapter 1. Sushi having a couple hiccups, though.
Oh,
taking the double death.
And Sushi having the... and Millay taking a death himself as well, but we're definitely seeing the... seeing quite a few hiccups on Chapter 1 from both runners. The most major of these hiccups, though, are coming from Msushi. Millay now finishing up with a 139. Msushi right behind him, going to be snagging a 140 or a 141. Msushi with a head smack. Just kind of like, bruh. I believe that's what he would call in his chat a bruh moment.
He's trying to kick himself in gear, try to get the brain working. But, start of the race, you're always a little antsy, but Chapter 2, things start to settle in, so let's see how things go. All right, Millay looking pretty good so far. Sushi not too far behind. Nice cutscene skip from Millay. Sushi approaching, gets it as well.
Millay only ahead by a couple seconds.
Yeah, misses the dream block there with an up dash, so that's a little bit of time save for Sushi.
That'll be a 218 entering the battle and fight, and a 217 from Sushi. So Sushi now able to take the lead. Just some of those small hiccups like that, especially in the early parts of the run, can be those things that will make you lose the lead. So there is a slight in-game timer desync, so definitely be keeping an eye on that.
Oh, Millay taking an unfortunate death right there at the halfway point through the screen. All right, Sushi not really giving many opportunities to, for Millay to save time. Sushi's looking pretty good in this Chapter 2. Oh, I think Millay took another death. I think he took a death on this screen.
Oh, this is one of those really punishing screens that to take a death there just really hurts. So now Sushi making his way through the awake section. Both runners now in the awake section. Oh! Millay actually taking a death in the awake section. I was right about to mention that it is very rare to see a runner die in the awake section. And of course, there it happens with Millay. I don't even need to commentators curse that one unless it read my brain.
Sometimes the Dream Blocks just wanna, they want revenge for whatever reason. They're vicious.
They're very, very vicious, but Sushi is able to take command of the lead as we move in to the Celestial Resort.
Yeah, finishing out that with a 3:30 on the file timer. Millay getting a 3:46. Okay, so about 16 seconds separates the runners going into chapter 3. Sushi grabbing the first key, unlocking the first door. We're gonna do that a couple times. All right, starting off, things looking good for both players so far.
Definitely love highlighting chapter 3 and just all of the different features and just the movement technicality and precision that has to happen with not only just not hitting, like, you'd think it'd be hard enough when you look at levels like Forsaken City where you have spikes on the ground, but essentially when you look at chapter 3, your spikes move. And that makes it can make it really tough to try and maneuver Madeline around in the proper way. These runners do such a good job at making it look easy.
Yeah, it's pretty interesting how, like, chapter 1 has, like, no moving hazards really. Chapter 2 has moving hazards, but they mimic your movement so you can control them. This one, you have moving hazards, but you have no control over them. So it definitely ramps up the difficulty. But even though chapter 1 is chapter 1, it still utilizes, like, so much of the movement tech, or like pretty much every movement tech is used in chapter 1. So but yeah, the moving hazards definitely add a layer of difficulty to chapter 3.
Yep.
All right, huge mess going on. Sushi looking to hit their first button as Millay is starting the sequence.
Sushi with a 518 on the button press. Millay now looking at, it's going to be a little bit over a 5:30, probably going to be a 5:35, so a 23 second, or no, wait, my brain can't do math right now, holy cow. All right, either way, Sushi's got a lead.
I was gonna say, I forgot what your first number was, but here, we'll remember 47. 547 on this last one. Alright, so let's see what time Millay hits the button.
So 6:04, so
17?
a 17-second lead. That's where my brain was going.
Commentators with the quick maths, showing the skills.
Pog champ. All right, Millay taking a death, going through that first room into laundry. But we've got Sushi now. Oh, Millay taking another death. I think he missed the corner boost and ended up taking a death there. Sushi making his way through the elevator shaft, coming up onto Demo Dash here in just a little bit.
Yeah, as usual, let's see what kind of mentality Sushi goes in with. I've been seeing lots of checkpoints, so I expect to see the checkpoint from Sushi.
Yeah, definitely no reason to take any unnecessary risks. Sushi, of course, not taking the unnecessary risk, and it's a good thing too, because he goes up just a little bit too high and is not able to get it on his first try. So there is a potential 4-time save there for Millay as he moves through the chapter. He's coming up on Demo Dash here in just a little bit himself, as Sushi is entering Oshiro.
Oh, gets eaten. Gets eaten by Oshiro.
Ooh, you don't see that too often.
Yeah, not a whole lot, but sometimes you can be tripped up, be at the wrong place at the wrong time.
Yep.
Leave the wrong review on the hotel.
Definitely.
Yeah, he doesn't really like that a whole lot, but all right, looks like Millay got the Demo Dash pretty quickly and is moving on to the Oshiro section as well.
He's able to get it first try, which will help him to save a couple of seconds over Msushi, which with the kind of leads that are produced, any sort of couple of seconds can definitely add up over time. So you definitely want to take as many time saves as you potentially can throughout the run, because it is just so easy to either fall to just lose time, whether it's in major amounts of time or in small amounts. So a 7:59 for Msushi coming out of chapter 3. Millay now looking to be right behind. Hopefully looking like Millay is going to be about 20 about 27 seconds behind. Yep, 27 seconds behind. So Sushi was able to save some time over Millay in chapter 3.
And we have a question in chat asking how the demo dash works. So pretty much, you know, if you're dashing left or right, you're obviously dashing left or right. But what we can do is we can utilize a down input during the startup frames of the left or right dash, and that shortens our hitbox from, I believe, 8 pixels to 4 pixels, or 7 pixels to 4 pixels. Point is, you get a smaller hitbox, and so you can thread through, you know, like that entire wall of dust bunnies. It seemed like it was, you know, completely hazardous. There's actually a 4 pixel gap that we're able to squeeze through. Cool thing about the demo dash that is overlooked by a lot of people, like, it's not just used for threading through obstacles, but also the fact that you are actually doing a crouch dash, it allows you to transfer hyper dash momentum in an instance where you could only use a left or right dash, where normally you would just get dash jump speed instead of hyper speed. But if you do demo dash into a surface, you will retain the hyper momentum, and it's used for a lot of strats.
Yeah, you definitely will be. It's for the demo dash itself in chapter 3. Yes, that one is pixel perfect, but there are a couple of them. There are a couple of other demo dashes that you see, not necessarily in the any percent run, but in all chapters as well as 100%. Where these other demo dashes are used, and
Sushi jumping,
missing the bubble.
He's just jumping on the spikes
into the spikes. But there are other demo dashes that are used that are not pixel perfect.
Yeah, there's actually a demo dash being patched into chapter 6B, which is I believe that it does have. It's not pixel perfect. There is a window for it that is actually color coded, I believe. So,
really?
faintly color-coded. So I've heard. I haven't seen it myself, so I'm just going through word of mouth. But, yeah, I'm really looking forward to this update, man. You know, Chapter 9 comes out in 4 days.
Coming in, wanting to see 6B, the regular stream.
I think they want it.
Speedrun.
I think they want it. I think they want to see it. They want to see the 6B future. But, all right, Sushi finishing out. Is that a 1045?
Yeah, I believe so.
All right, my bit rate's a little funky, but
so is mine. So even still, very good Golden Ridge from Sushi. Now Millay just a couple of screens behind, looking to be wrapping this one up here in just a little bit, as Sushi will be entering chapter 5, where we got a lot of famous tricks to be happened with the Depths corner boost, Bubs drop, as well as the technicality of 5B in itself. So you guys are going to want to be watching that and paying attention to see how both of these runners will be going up against those. We've got Sushi coming up on the first trick with, not sure if Sushi will go for the vertical cutscene skip. He's not, just choosing to play it safe, not risking the soft lock.
Let's see how the corner boost goes. And he's through.
And it's good. Very well done to snag that Depths corner boost. Full on yeet coming through by Msushi.
So we got Millay moving through at the start of 5A.
Msushi.
Hitting a saw blade. Sushi playing with the cycles here. He's playing with the cycles.
Careful playing with the cycles. You play with the cycles. That is not a beat you want to land on. Oh, no!
Okay, he's in there.
Sushi, he struggled with that cassette room, man.
But hey, he did it.
He did it. Very good, Msushi.
And Millay. I don't think Millay got the full corner boost, but still made it through pretty fast. As Sushi is moving on through 5B. But all right, Millay finishing up the final cassette tape room. As Msushi in the central chamber. All eyes on Sushi. Let's see how it goes.
All right. Bubs drop for him, and he's got it. Oh, look at that. Nice little pop off there from Sushi. Very well, very much deserved. Getting
He's like, let's go.
Yeah, getting that first try. Bubs drop. Definitely not a time loss any of the runners want to see.
It's definitely an imbo.
All right, Millay now is moving his way up to his first attempt at Bubs drop. And oh no, Millay is not going to get it his first try. He's gonna have to go back and try it again. That is going to be a massive time loss for Millay and a huge opportunity for Sushi to continue to expand his lead. And Millay is able to get it on the second try. That is definitely something you need to make sure happens if you don't get it on that first try, because that is a huge time loss. Millay, not Millay, Msushi. Oh, Sushi kind of jumping over, running into the spike. Millay taking a death himself. This 5B proving to be a force to be reckoned with for both of these runners.
That 5B is not playing with Madeline today. Sawblades and Seekers. Being meanies today. But all right, we got Sushi into the Theo section.
Millay going to be entering the mirror here in just a little bit.
All right, Sushi's gauntlet room. Hopefully the Seekers play nice.
I mean, they're Seekers. They don't typically like to play nice, but that's okay.
Getting bopped.
Sushi saying, nope, Seekers, you are not gonna even be able to play at all. And oh, Millay taking a fall in the descent. As Sushi is now wrapping up his chapter 5. He finishes that off. He gives a little bit of a thumbs up, a little nod of approval.
He was satisfied with that 5B. It was satisfying to watch.
It was very satisfying to watch. Very good job from Msushi. And oh, Millay unable to put the Seeker where he wants it, so he has to take a retry there. But he is able to get it around on the second try.
All right, Millay going through the Theo section as Msushi is approaching their leg skip. Let's see how it goes. First try, what a legend. All right, Millay playing with the Seekers right now in the gauntlet room. Be making it through. Bopping the Seekers out. Oh! Hitting the rim of the basket before Theo goes in. Okay. Gonna be making it through. Msushi moving through chapter 6. Looking pretty good. As Millay makes it through the impossible room. Oh,
Millay! You cursed it again, Dave! What are you doing?
No.
Oh, no. Oh, Millay's struggling a little bit again. He's right there on the edge of the impossible room, but he misses the throw with Theo and ends up struggling. And oh, he just takes Theo and drags him right to his death. I'm not really sure. Oh, no. Millay,
what is happening?
I don't know.
Okay. All right. Nice. Nice finish.
Great. Very well done there.
But all right, so Sushi looking to have a pretty nice lead going into chapter 6. Millay's gonna have to pull out all the stops on this one. Oh, Sushi, not looking too happy with that one. Taking a turn of the feather straight into the spikes. All right, Millay, Lake Skip. It's good.
Nice. Well done there from Millay. Sushi now making his way through, coming up on that battling fight here in just a little bit.
Oh, Sushi, the bumpers are not playing nice with him today.
Those bumpers can be a real pain.
Opting to just take the feather and go all the way with it. Talking to Grandma and get out of here.
And start making your way to the Devon Titted Skips, and then Battle and Boost, and then the all-famous Battle and Fight. Sushi now making his way through. He drops through the first one, drops his way through the second one, and he drops his way through the third one. Very clean.
Yep, see.
So now Sushi on his way to Battle and Boost. Just reminding you guys that Dave has been kind of struggling with some connection issues with Discord, so if he cuts out, that's why. So now we've got Msushi now in his Battle and Fight with Millay coming up. Only a little bit left before he hits the Battle and Boost. Sushi now has got a really solid lead for this, and I know Sushi, being one of the other runners to be able to get a 27, you would certainly hope that he would be able to pull out as good of a run as he's having. Hopefully, though, probably wishes his run could be a little bit better, but I know Sushi hasn't recently been playing too much Celeste. He might be getting back into it later, but right now I know he's been kind of back on the Portal 2 grind. But even still, despite being on the Portal 2 grind off, he's still able to put together really good race times.
Yeah, sometimes you gotta maintain your own sanity, but also, like, you do retain skills across different speed games. Like, even if it's not even the same gameplay genre, I do feel like speedrunning skills do transfer from game to game. At least, like, mindset and the way you think about optimization.
Mindset, yeah, and I think that's just one of the really big things about speedrunning in general, is just, like, being able to just... One of the big key things you learn while speedrunning is, like, absent-mindedly looking for those small optimizations to make you go just that little bit faster. And I think that comes into play whether you're learning to play any game or just even playing a game faster. Because I know I've called it myself speedrunner syndrome, where I just sit and try and do things as fast as possible.
Oh yeah, optimize things in your life. Totally.
Yeah, well,
totally.
Not even necessarily in real life, but through games that I'm casually playing, but just trying to find,
yeah.
Like, trying to find different ways that I can just to go faster. Even if I'm casually playing the game, I'm just like, oh, I wonder if I can do this faster.
Yeah, no, I feel you on that. It's pretty cool when you have your first speed game and then you start exploring other games. But man, when you go back to that first speed game again, like, you can reapproach it like totally different if you haven't been playing it consistently. But all right, Sushi on the final screen of Battle and Fight, looking to get it. Okay, and it's good. All right,
he's got it. Nice. Good, really good fight from Sushi. And then we've got Millay now continuing to make his way through the fight. Only a little bit left in the fight for him. But still, Sushi with a pretty commanding lead. As now Sushi wrapping up his reflection with a 2035.
So yeah, this is looking to be about like a minute 30 lead or so for Sushi. So
yeah, it's a very, very good time. And this is definitely Sushi's race to lose at this point.
Yeah, Sushi just having a really good all around. Millay keeping up though. See, what is Millay's PB? See, it's a 28:59. Okay.
So I knew he had a sub 30, but I couldn't remember what exactly it was.
So yeah, there's about a minute that separates the runners and PBs. So yeah, this is a really good race.
Yeah, this is a really good race.
All right, Millay, second to last screen of the battle and chase battle and fight as Msushi is moving on to the 500-meter section. All right, and Millay is in the clear, defeats Battlin, so that they can join forces and level up to level 2. I mean, GG, Celeste, I guess.
The only game where you only level up once over the course of an entire game.
Yeah, GG, I guess. But, all right, Sushi hitting all these strats, you know, just doing reverse ultras off zippers and threading through spike needle gaps. You know, all the Celeste stuff is happening right now. He's going to grab this block early, get that cycle going. He's just going to, you know, snip through the stuff. Nice and easy.
Very well done from Sushi. Just love seeing the play that these guys put together.
Millay starting up chapter 7 now.
As now, Sushi making his way through 1,000 meters, where we see the return of the Dream Blocks.
But now, since we have 2 dashes, we had the ability to hyper dash out of Dream Blocks in chapter 2. The only thing about that is it would leave us without a dash once we've done it, which there are certain instances where we could have done it in chapter 2, but you know, in the revisit in chapter 7, you see so many hyper dashes out of these Dream Blocks because we still have another dash to work with. And yeah, this is one of my favorite sections in the entire game.
Yeah, it is really cool to see those optimizations. And like Dream Hypers too, like the timing for them is super tight.
Yes, like I've discovered a nice little visual cue for it where you kind of see when you're about to emerge from a Dream Block, there's some smoke that comes out of it. I sort of look at that, but dude, like at first I could never get it down, and like you said, they are pretty precise. Very easy to fumble, especially in a race setting or during PB attempts.
Yeah, definitely. Sushi going through the Ultra Dash room, playing very well, only with a little bit left in his 1500.
Having a nice finish in the 1500. Millay finishing up 500 meters.
Wow, Sushi's got a very, very commanding lead.
Yeah, about 100 or a whole 1,000 meters separates the two players.
500 meters. Oh wait, no, it is 1,000. It is 1,000. Wow, I'm really bad at brains.
Dude, it's been a late night. You've had a long day, you know. It's
long, yeah, a long day with classes and everything. Whew.
And just back-to-back commentary.
No, Sushi getting smacked in the face by a snowball, having to go all the way back to that round.
I was never fond of snowball fights.
You know, snowball fights, they're fun as long as you don't get smacked in the face.
Yeah, actually, I agree with that. I totally agree with that.
That's how it feels bad for Sushi getting smacked in the face.
But all right, we got Millay moving on through the 1,000 meter, just finished up, moving on to the 1,500 meter, the chapter 3 revisit as Sushi is playing with the wind here, flying.
Yeah. So, you know, doing a really good job there with... And, oh, Millay taking a death there in one of the longer rooms in 1,500. That one 1,500 can be a really, really punishing room. And, you know, just having all those longer screens with the Dust Bunny cycles that you have to pay attention to. And so it's really detrimental to watch, to see those mistakes happen. And, oh, taking another death there.
Yeah, Punchy has said it best. Chapter 3 is the hardest chapter in other chapters. So, I totally agree with that. It's like, Chapter 3 is like a really hard chapter, and the Chapter 3 revisit is even harder.
Yeah, definitely. And now Sushi doing a really good job at going through his 2500. He's only got a little bit left. He's coming up on and Sushi looking real confused as to why that death happened. But Sushi struggling to thread the needle there, is able to get it on the second try. You can just see the look of just like shock in his face as he continues through.
Has no problem threading the doors though.
Yep, as now Millay going for the first going for just the auto scroller skip, not going for the skip, wanting to play it safe. Definitely a respectable play. Sushi running the fingers through the hair as he gets ready for 3,000 meters and the final leg of the race.
Final 30, let's go.
As now Millay is making his way through 2,500, only a couple screens left. Just wanting to let everybody in chat know that, well, Dave took care of it, but either way, this is a pre-recorded race. But the only people who know the results of this race are the GSA staff members as well as the runners. As well as the runners themselves. But our commentary is 100% live commentary.
Yeah, this is the first time that we are seeing this race, and every Thursday, GSA is having the Celeste races. Now, this is our last Celeste race for tonight, but, don't worry.
Yep.
Next Thursday, we got, 6 back-to-back Celeste races.
Yeah, so definitely, if you guys enjoyed the Celeste action, make sure you guys not only follow GSA on YouTube, where you can watch some of these other races in reruns, or you can also you can follow GSA on Twitch to be able to know when they go live, to be able to watch more of these Celeste actions. And also, if there were any / all of these runners stuck out to you, please be sure to support them on their own individual channels and their streams as they continue their pursuit and climbing to be the best that they can be in their speed games. Millay is really struggling to thread the needle there, but he's able to get it. And as I say that, he struggles to skip the first door. But now both of the doors are able to be skipped, as Sushi is now entering flag 7, looking to finish up the final legs of this race now. And oh no! Millay taking a death on the last screen of 2,500. That is such a punishing death. And right now you were already at a massive deficit, and to take a big death like that just does not help at all. Alright, Sushi now with the final couple of flags here, as Millay is entering the final 30. Let's go, Millay. I want to see some support for Millay in the chat. Yes, this has been a rough run for him, but he is still fighting, still trying to put up the best time that he can. So I would love to see that support for Millay as he's in the final sprint here, as Sushi wraps up his race with a 29:20.
Yeah, GG's to Sushi. Awesome play.
Very well done from him, as he is going to be taking a lead, is going to be taking the win here, and Millay is in the downdraft, taking a couple of deaths there on that spike jump, but he is able to make it work and eventually make his way up into the updraft.
And it's not all over for Millay. If they want to try to scrape up as many points as possible, they need to finish within, I believe it was 3 minutes?
5 minutes.
5 minutes of Sushi's time. Okay, so, got to try to scrape up as many points as possible.
Yep, there are 30 points now that can be divvied, that are going to be divvied up between both Millay and Sushi. And if Millay is able to finish within those 5 minutes, he will be able to retain some of those points. But if he does not, Sushi will claim a 90-point victory. and that would be huge for Sushi in the standings. Though, with Millay's current position in the run, I don't expect a 5-minute differential.
No, we only got 12 flags left, so. But yes, things are looking good for Millay, finishing up the summit. You know, Zoj, like you had mentioned following Celeste streamers earlier. You guys are definitely gonna want to do that, because if you guys have not heard, you know, if you've been living under the rock for like the past like couple hours or whatever, they announced that Celeste Chapter 9 is releasing on the 9th. So there's gonna be like everybody playing this chapter, and everybody's gonna be trying to optimize it and also just experience it, of course. But you know, people are gonna be grinding this hard. So if you guys want to keep up with all the nice Celeste action happening, be sure to follow the runners.
Follow the runners, I mean, you can pretty much follow anybody that you see here that's been involved with Celeste. I know myself, I'm going to be playing Chapter 9, probably not necessarily looking for optimizing it myself, considering I find I have more joy in just learning about the run and being able to commentate it versus run it myself. But definitely looking to experience more of Celeste. And now Millay hitting up flag 1. Putting in the home stretch of the run, gonna be finishing out with a 31-38. That is a very good time. GG Millay, GG Sushi. Sushi comes out with the win here tonight. A lot of really good races were able to happen tonight. Very well done for both runners. Excellent play.
See, I'm pulling up the standings now for the final results. Or I guess actually that happens during intermission, but
as you look here, you're able to see Sushi was able to save time, a significant amount of time between Old Site, between Old Site and Celestial Resort, and that right there was what was able to be used as the staple for him to take the lead and continue to move on. And those couple of chapters, it just gave Sushi the edge that he needed in order to take the win. Now, I'm not sure. So yeah, you know, definitely wanting to highlight me. Sushi was able, I think both runners were able to snag a first try Bubs drop. I know Sushi struggled with Demo Dash, but here, as we take a look at the standings, Sushi was in 9th place at the start of this race, and now he moves up into 4th after taking this win. That is a huge jump in the standings for Sushi, and that is exactly what you want to see after the week that you just had.
Yeah, you know, we mentioned the importance of points. You've got 4 runners here with 3 wins, and you can see like the difference, and it's only by a couple points for some of these differences. So yeah, they definitely matter.
Yes, they definitely do. And as I look at the schedule, there are only 7 weeks left in the regular season, and so right now you are going to want to start looking, and that sounds like a lot, but we've played 5 weeks so far, and so you want to try and snag as many points as possible. And especially when you look at Sushi with the run that he just had this week, he just was able to go up 5 places on the standings.
Yeah, pretty incredible stuff. Incredible stuff. Lots of awesome Celeste we've been seeing, man.
Yeah, definitely. Absolutely insane. So next week, wanting to let you guys know tomorrow what we have coming up. We have SM64 Division 1 coming up for tomorrow. That is for our regular season league action. So that is definitely something you guys are going to want to check out. Dave, do you have anything else to say tonight?
Just the fact that I'm so stoked for Chapter 9. I'm stoked for all of the Celeste matches next Thursday. No, also all the Mario action we got going on tomorrow. Also, guys, do not forget that overnight we have 24/7 live speedrun content here over at twitch.tv/speedrun. So don't go anywhere, guys. You know, even though we're wrapping up here with the league matches today, we got plenty of speedrun action coming at you. And yeah, honestly, I think that's gonna do it for both of us, right?
Yeah, I got nothing else to say. So yeah, definitely stick around for the 24/7 speedrun variety content that comes through from GSA. Again, shout outs to GSA staff and just all that they do. They put in hours upon hours to bring all of this amazing content, whether it's from the 24/7 speedrun content or even just the leagues themselves, as well as the showcase runs that we've seen at Pace, and just all of the hard work that they do to just continue to help speedrunning grow. Just huge shout outs to them and all the work that they do. Shout outs to all the runners, and as always, shout outs to you guys, the viewers, because we do all of this stuff even me as comms, we do what we do for you guys to give you guys the best speedrunning content that we can. And so, as always, my name is Zojalix. Thank you guys for watching. And we are going to turn it over to intermission for some 24/7 speedrunning content.
And thanks for hanging, guys. Good night.